So I think the farmers have had a pretty hard time. I think that we're still getting over leaving the European Union. I think that's had a really big effect. I think that it's very difficult for farmers to export into Europe because we don't have the sort of agreement that we probably should do. And I think that there's been a terrible summer, and the promises that were made by the previous government by way of, you're going to lose the subsidies that you would have got if you'd remained in the European Union, but don't worry, we're going to give you better ones, never really materialised. So there's been kind of one thing after another. Trade deals, people being overlooked, the Australian trade deal, I know, upset farmers very much. So there's this feeling, I think, from farmers that Parliament, no matter who's in Parliament, is a long way away from them and their interests. So I understand all of that. But I think that perhaps people are just not listening to one another. Because I think that all that the government is saying is that there are too many people these days taking the mickey. There are too many people who are buying farms, claiming to be farmers, and they're obviously not. Farmer Beckham, no, he's a footballer. He doesn't, really. And the idea that he buys this, huge amount of land, is going to be able to pass it on to his children and not pay any tax on it because it's a farm and he's a farmer. No, really. And I think, some of the biggest farms and some of the biggest, there has to be a limit to it. Because until now, agricultural land has been able to be passed down through generations without any tax being paid on it. But, it's got to the stage now where 500 farms are worth a huge amount of money, and all that's being asked is that they pay tax.